Hello, Virgil. My name is Dale. I work as a registered kinesiologist at Renew Gym. A lot of people have come to this gym because they want to get back into a routine that they once had and want to see their goals accomplished. Others come because their spouses are tired of them being unhealthy. Well, I'm just kidding. Would you like to take a tour of the facility before we sit in my office?
That sounds great. Lead the way.
Hopefully you enjoyed the tour of our facility. I really think we got a great gym here that can help you reach any goals you may have. Can you tell me just a little bit more about what you're hoping to accomplish by joining our gym?
Well, I used to be really fit when I was in school. I was a varsity athlete, so I was placed on a strict schedule by my trainers and coaches. It was easy back then. I just want to get to feeling a little more like I used to. I've talked to my doctor a lot about getting back in shape, and he's given me a few tips, but I can't really seem to stick to anything he suggests. He sent me here because it thinks it can help me with my struggle to stay motivated.
So, back when you were in school, you were able to take a little less responsibility over your exercise and dietary needs. I had the chance to look over your file that was sent to me by your doctor that suggests you come here for a consultation. I'm going to read some of this back to you to make sure I have everything. You're 28 years old and you work as an accountant. You're an ex-varsity basketball player at university, and you had no major injuries then other than patellar tendonitis from overuse. You have mentioned to your doctor many times that you'd like to be more active. Is this all correct?
Yeah, that's all correct. Like I said, it was much easier when I just had to show up on time for practice, and it was forced to make me active. I felt a part of a family. We all struggled together, didn't feel like such a burden on myself.
Now that you're having to take control of these aspects of your life, something that you've never had to do before, you're finding it difficult to manage.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Never really learned about what's good and what's bad for me. They were always in charge of that.
That's okay. That's quite common, and that's why people in our field exist. I was hoping I'd be able to present a couple topics that we could discuss in terms of what your goals are and what we can do to accomplish them. Will this be all right?
Sure. Yeah, that sounds great, actually.
The agenda that I'd like to discuss would entail your fitness goals, things like cardiovascular ability, strength, endurance exercise, your schedule and how a typical day would look like, any previous exercise experience, your current attitude towards exercise. Is there one or two things that I have not included that you'd like clarification on, or things that we can discuss together?
No, those are all things I'd like to talk about. I'd also like to talk about my timeline and how quickly I can reach these goals. However, the most important thing to me is weight management, I find, and how I can start feeling like my old self again. I know I've reached a wall and I feel like I need to make a change. I'm also mainly concerned about my gut. I really want to get rid of a lot of the fat there. I read some things online about spot reduction. Do you think this is something that could help me?
I get questions like that a lot. So think of your body as a car. With a car, you need gasoline as fuel to operate it. The body uses fat and carbohydrates as a fuel source. Fortunately, we can't just use gasoline from one part of the fuel tank, and it must be taken from the entire fuel tank collectively. The body uses fats and carbohydrates the same way, so unfortunately spot reduction is a myth and isn't really going to be helpful to you.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, unfortunately.
Don't get discouraged. It's clear to me you're eager to get back to your younger self. You displayed that by coming here today. The most important thing, I think, will be showing up here. We can try 3 days a week, even more if you'd like, and you can attempt to change your diet at home if you'd like. I can direct you to some sources regarding your diet if you'd like, but I'm not licensed to speak on that. Hopefully you understand. Anyways, how confident do you feel in your ability to make a schedule around coming here, say 3 days a week?
I think that's doable. As of right now, I haven't been too busy after work. I've mostly just been going home and watching reruns of Gossip Girl.
Okay, well, that's good to know. Just think about how you can make these activities more active. Would you like to hear about what some of my other clients do?
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
What are your thoughts on bringing your tablet in, and maybe you can do some light biking, walking, stair climbing while viewing whatever you're watching? Other clients find that often can make exercise more enjoyable, especially for newer members. Studies have shown that modes of distraction, such as music and television, can help with extending the duration of one's exercise. What do you think about this?
Yeah, that makes sense. I usually listen to music when I work out too. I suppose a distraction and the enjoyment of watching my favorite TV show would keep me motivated to exercise.
That's great. You've already tried to increase the enjoyability of your workout. You've taken steps in the right direction already. The research suggests that not only are people more likely to exercise longer, but exhibit better attitudes towards exercise.
That's a great idea. I can't wait to see what happens this season.
Good. You seem to be open to the idea of trying something new to enhance your exercise experience. Can you tell me more about what exercises you've done in the past and what you enjoy?
Yeah. Well, the coaches would always run me through strength exercises, so we'd be in the gym lifting a lot, along with agility and endurance exercises, wind sprints, cardio circuits, things like that.
How did you feel about those exercises?
I didn't really hold any strong feelings toward them. They were just part of being on a team, so I did them. That kind of heavy exercise worries me now, though. I'm older and my body just doesn't feel the same as it once did.
You didn't feel much about the exercises at the time, but now you'd prefer to stay away from such extreme exercises. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, at least for right now. Maybe I can get to a place where I can work out hard again, but I just don't think I'm there right now.
Well, yes, that's why we're here. You said you wanted to feel a little bit more like your old self, and that will be what you work towards. How do you feel now compared to yourself in your senior year?
Well, I was just a young, fit kid. Things were easy, I guess. Now, sometimes I'll get winded going up the stairs or just be tired after a day out. Before, I was just a ball of energy and felt ready for whatever life is going to throw at me. Didn't really ever get tired.
Well, I think that's still possible for you. Age, of course, gets to everyone, but I think if you're able to walk away from this confident you can make the changes we discussed, I think you can get closer to your younger self than you think. The question is, how confident do you feel in your ability to make these changes and find the energy you used to have? Let's say on a scale of 1 to 10.
That's a great question. Maybe a 5?
A 5. Why not a 6 or a 7?
Well, I guess it's just been a while. I spent my whole life fit until I finished school. And, it took a lot to get to that point. This doesn't seem possible for what I want.
You feel as if it's been too long since you've been where you want to be, and you remember how difficult and how long it took to get there. Now, why don't you say a 3 or 4?
Well, I guess I suppose that if I could get there in the past, I could do it now. Physically, I know I can. I just struggle with staying motivated and not getting too discouraged when I don't see immediate results.
Well, I see where you're coming from. On one hand, you seem really aware of what you need to do to reach your goals and where to look to seek help. On the other hand, you're worried that your self-motivation will stop you from reaching your goals. Let me make sure I have everything so far. You've known what's needed to change, but you felt unsure about your ability to return to your fitness level before, due to the amount of time that has passed. You know you can do it, but staying motivated is what is most challenging for you. Is this something that could have stopped you from joining a gym earlier?
I suppose so. I thought of coming before. It was hard to actually, get out and do it. I'd always tell myself, I'll start next week, but something always comes up and, next week never really came. But now with what my doctor has said, I feel like I couldn't wait much longer and knew I needed to take action.
You shown courage by coming here. At this point in your life, do you think there's anything else that may conflict with your new goals?
Not really. Well, I guess I could start bringing healthier lunches instead of buying them from McDonald's across the street.
It's good to hear. So how are you feeling now about your ability to maintain a regular schedule and reach the gym?
Yeah, I think I can do it. I'll make sure when I get home I'll charge my tablet for tomorrow so I can set it up on the treadmill when I'm here next.
Well, how's tomorrow sound? How do you feel about coming after work? I can be here if you need help with anything.
Yeah, this conversation really makes me feel like I can change the habits I have. I can be here tomorrow, but I was hoping you'd be able to join me for my first session.
Absolutely, I can be here. Just to summarize our conversation, you're an ex-university athlete that has lost the motivation to continue the lifestyle with regards to exercise that you once had when it was structured as a team. You're wanting to feel like your old self again, and the main focus being losing body fat. You have contemplated coming here before and found it difficult until you had your extra push from your doctor. Does that all sound correct, or am I missing something?
No, that all sounds great. I'll see you tomorrow.